Today is January 12th, I believe. Today is, January 12th, and 2026. Yesterday was January 11th, 2026 as well, on a Monday. It's, unfortunate, but we, Outcome Memories community and game it's kind of fucked. But, people still play the game, but still. The main problem is that Sobi has officially shelved the game. And shelved means it's not permanently deleted, but it just won't be updated. And I think with how recent decisions and things have been happening in the community, I'm highly percentage sure that it will be a permanent shelving of the game because it's just not looking really good. And if you actually read his statement, or there, to be respectful, but if you read his statement, it's really sad, to be honest, bro, that Sobi has done unbelievable things for us, and we barely deserve anything. We don't deserve shit from Sobi after any of this. Like, I'm surprised that, Sobi has the balls and the guts, to really torture himself for days straight just for us to, play his game, bro. And he doesn't even make profit off it. That's like really, that takes a lot, I don't think many people would do that, put in this situation. I don't think many people would do it. I really don't think people would do it. I think Sobi has proved himself one of the best developers out there on Roblox. One of the best developers. And his dev team, one of the best dev team ever. Yes, they had a little bit of conflict, and that's the reason why, how this went down. But I don't think it's their fault. I think it's the community's fault, really. I think the community has caused the game's downfall for a variety of reasons. Death threats. I'm just gonna get into that. If you sent any death threats to anybody in the Outcome Memories Discord, game, or, developers, then you are the reason this game has fallen. You are the reason this game will probably never come back ever in the future. You are. It's simple as that. It's a really simple concept. That you are the reason why this game is dying. Now, this game will not die slowly. It's hard enough to say. This game will die fast and instant. It will not die slowly, from what it looks like, which is very sad, considering yesterday I was checking the player count after all of this had gone down, and it was only 3K players, and I think that's a very sad thing. The game's gonna die and no one's gonna play it. But honestly, it's the community's fault. It's the community's fault for many reasons. Like, I was reading his Twitter post almost in tears when I read his Twitter post because of how much this guy has just fucking put himself through. Things nobody should be putting in their entire life. Just for us to be able to play the game and enjoy his game. Like, the amount of days he's gone without sleep and food and mental health, like, this guy has just straight been torturing himself ever since his game got so popular and people started to cause the downfall of the game. It slowly fell down from there, I believe. I think it's definitely the community's fault. Now, I don't know who was in the wrong for the Altas and, what's his name? Raven drama. I do heavily believe that Raven was a big factor in the game's downfall. But Altas revealing it in an unmannerable way forced Sobi into an already terrible mindset that he was already struggling with to get out of, and basically, well, from everything that's been happening, from community drama to LMS drama to Raven's bitch drama, crying over a game, by the way, you know, just because her characters can't be fucking overpowered. Well, that's what Altos said. There's no proof of that, but I'm just putting it out there. I'm not hating on Raven or Altos, but I'm just putting it out there that both of them have done a big dent in the community, and I think Raven should have been fired early on if she was doing this by Sobi, or, well, whoever does the managing for the actual team. I don't know why, which is kind of why I kind of a little bit skeptical about her, considering as if she was so bad, why didn't they just fire her? Because somebody who is a piece of shit to you and your developers and testers shouldn't be on the team. But she was not fired at any point or any time during, well, her time at Outcome Memories team, on the team, right? She wasn't. Which kind of really discloses the whole Astro kind of perspective, that she was some kind of just fucking terrible person, as she describes her, which, if she was so bad, then why didn't they fire her? Especially because how Alta said in his video that Bonely, one of, I'm pretty sure, like, lead developers following Sobi, was there when it happened. Couldn't Bonely have, well, banned her or fired her? Considering she's literally 20 years old, talking to teenagers and being a piece of shit because her characters can't be nerfed. That's called being butthurt. And if Sobi and Bonely didn't at least have a little chat about this, which I'm sure they definitely did somewhere or some way around this conflict, if Bonely was there, which is what Altos is claiming, with no proof, then she would have got fired, but she wasn't. She decided to take her own leave. Or she masked getting fired as, well, taking her leave. And it really shows that this community and its devs is something else. Well, not Sobi. I think Sobi is clear. I don't know why he's apologizing on his Twitter. Like, dude, you have no reason to be sorry at all for this. This is not any of your faults. And while I know he could have stepped in to do something about communication, which is what he says in the video, which is what further kind of that kind of cuts off the disclosure of why Raven was not fired, because of, well, Sobe's miscommunication, blah blah blah, and the rest of the community, the rest of the devs, I mean, kind of having hard communication as well. Which, it sucks, it really does, considering Sobe, well, shouldn't be sorry at all, really. If anything, we should be sorry as a community. And, well, the reason of this game's downfall, for everything that, well, the community's done. Sending death threats and whatnot. And all that cool stuff that the community has done to the developers. And, you know, I do partly believe UU Astronova's drama with PR did contribute to this. I do believe this was happening behind the scenes, well, before we all knew it. Well, you know, before the game got, well, shelved, and possibly pretty likely that the game will never come back because of all the trauma with people who just don't understand enough is enough. Like, I do heavily believe it's the community's fault for this, and I don't want anyone of the dev team to be blamed, really. I think, it's definitely the community's fault and not the devs. I mean, not the devs. They didn't do anything. Except for Altus and Raven, Astronova, and UU are all guilty. I'm not gonna hate on them as much, really, though, as I would, because that's not gonna help anything in this situation right now. So, the best we can do, really, is just see what Sobe has to say, man. And, well, if Sobe never comes back, well, that's Sobe's choice, man. If he doesn't come back, then I'll miss you, Sobe, I ain't gonna lie. And Bonely's taking his leave as well, which is really sad, because Bonely, I don't think anybody in the dev team really deserved this fate, to be honest. I think it's really unfair that this community has brought its game to its downfall. I'm really disappointed in this community. Not really much on the devs part, because I don't think Sobe should be having to worry about how his developers communicate when he's facing real life problems. Like, Sobe deserves the right to be free and take breaks for his mental health. But constantly just being a jackass as a community to him and pushing and everything else that this community has done doesn't help now, does it? I don't think that's a really good thing to do. And that's the reason why the game, well, has come to its sad end, unfortunately, at only a few months old of being released. Well, not really, as well, you know. The game was been in progress for 2 years, but it's sad we didn't get to see all the cool killers. But hey, it made us happy. It made memories. It was the best Sonic EXE, best Asylum, or whatever the heck it's called, Roblox game out there. Had the best offset. It did something, it's really amazing, that I don't think many games will do. It made Outlack proud, I'm sure. I'm sure Outlack was very proud of what you guys accomplished in your time as developers for this game. I'm sure Forsaken devs, we're proud of you. Die of Death, like, I'm sure they've all heard of your game and played it, and heck, even enjoyed it. Outlack played it. That's a big achievement, man. Getting Outlack to play your game, quite the achievement, man. But yeah, I think that's really everything I could say. The only really other thing I could say is just enjoy life, man. If you guys don't want to work on Outcome Memories anymore, that's fine. You guys made it to 0.2. That's a big accomplishment, man. You've made so many accomplishments while this game was, well, not canceled. You made the best Sonic EXE game on Roblox. You made the best Killer vs. Survivor game on Roblox. The best offset for a Roblox game. The most balanced. Not considering Raven's bitch ass, but hey, no hate to Raven, but you know, just cause a little bit mad. You guys did it, bro, and I'm proud of you. The community, who, well, not the haters, but the people who actually are reasonable are proud of you. You know, everybody. I don't think we should really be hating on the devs for this as well either. It's not their fault. It's really not. But people will hate, man, no matter what you do. So it's sad, but all games come to their end. Whether it's, you know, TD came to its end a long time ago. This game will eventually come to its end too. And there's nothing we can do about that. It's really nothing we can do about it. But yeah, that's all I have to really say about the situation. If any developers or testers or even Sobi, the man himself, was watching this video, congratulations. You're free, man. You are free. You do not have. You do, like, we don't deserve you guys. We really don't. If you wanted to quit Outcome Memories and cancel it, you have every goddamn right to do so. After everything that has happened. And I say this with a full heart and full brain and whatnot, that y'all deserve it, bro. Y'all deserve the rest and break of everything and everyone, bro, who has worked on the game deserves it, except for the people, you know. But I want to say this as the final goodbye. If this is really the end of Outcome Memories, I guess I want to say goodbye, bro. I wanted y'all to know that Outcome Memories will not be forgotten, and it will die quickly. It's not going to last, well, long, since people don't want to play it if it gets controversial. But hey, you never know. The game might surprise us. And, well, we enjoy playing it, I guess. And, I guess, you know, see you on whatever new projects you guys decide to make. I will possibly, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna possibly do, but I just want y'all to know, like, y'all are loved, bro. Y'all are goated. And we really don't deserve you as developers after this. And if you guys decide to just stop working on the game and just never think about it ever again, that's not what we want, but we don't have any say in that. It's your decision, not ours, and you guys deserve the break. So if you wanted to, you could. And everybody would support that decision. Maybe a few, but you don't have to listen to them. you don't have to listen to the people who say that it's your fault. I was reading comments on Sobi's statements for it. Here, I was reading statements on. I was reading comments from Sobi's statements, and I am so unbelievably disappointed at some of you people in this community saying that you should add Fleetway before you leave, and you should do this before you leave, and this and that and bullshit. My guy, if you really think that they have to add Fleetway before they leave, or add anything before they leave, like, you're asking a lot from them, more than you even deserve as a community. If you're asking them that, you just don't, you really just don't care about them, do you? You just only care about yourself if you're asking them to just, you know, add something, because, you know, when the people telling Sobi that it's his fault, I also would like to say, fuck you, because it's not Sobi's fault, and it will never be Sobi's fault, and you guys made him apologize. Like, what is wrong with you? It's gotten so bad to the point that Sobi already has terrible mental state. Like, and they've said this many times, but still, what do you community do? What does the community do? They don't care. All they want is Fleetway and other characters, and they just still, it's still, even after reading Sobi's response, people still only care about freaking themselves. Like, they don't know, do they not realize what they're asking of these developers that they just can't give anymore? These are human beings at the end of the day. And they're amazing human beings. They deserve the respect, and if you guys actually respected the developers, you wouldn't blame Sobi for this. You wouldn't blame anyone for this. You would be understanding that these devs are humans, and at the end of the day, they deserve a break, bro. And even if they just don't freaking ever decide to work on the game ever again, there's not much we can do about it at this point. And if that is the case, well, this one well lasted, man. And with that, I say one final goodbye to the game and the developers and everything and all that. I say goodbye, bro. Enjoy your lives. You're free. You're done. You don't have to work for us anymore. Put out content for us that we don't deserve anymore. You know, and it's none of y'all's fault, bro. Don't blame yourself. Don't make yourself worse than your mental state already is. Don't blame yourself. And don't apologize. You know, I really think this community owes you guys an apology. Any of the developers. Because it's the community's the reason for its downfall. And people blaming the devs, and actually the people who made Sobi a fucking apologize, go to hell, bro. Simple as that. But yeah, I guess goodbye. Enjoy your lives, and what comes around comes back again. See y'all. But before we end this video, I'd like to say thank you to my lovely, well, growing fan base or whatever for the 72 subs. I appreciate that. We almost at 400. Road to 400, bro. So that's pretty tough. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you all in the next videos. I will be doing more fish streams to grind. I will be streaming the update when they release that, especially because I have the Bladed Glorp, and I will be able to get all the good shit that they release. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, having a fantastic day. wherever and whatever time. Have a fantastic night, day, or whatever time it is for you, wherever you live. And I will see y'all in the next video.